The case of notorious Tony DeLuca was not one I expected on my desk. Tony was never well off, having spent his whole life in a struggle to survive, whether that be from a young age with his impoverished family or his life of gang-related crime. At only 36, Tony has been in and out of prison and has been convicted of countless different crimes. Some say that Tony's heart isn't all in on this world he's found himself in, but I think he just knows where it will lead him. However, Tony's case is quite abnormal. We aren't solving some grand mystery, and we aren't on a manhunt. The question today is why? What could have led Tony's life so far astray? These were the questions I needed to have answered. I really didn't need to wear actual gray, did I? Some could say Tony was always going to end up this way. His father was a criminal, spending life in and out of a cell. Nobody was surprised when Tony held up his first gas station. He was never able to lose that stigma, that label. This noted line of thought proposes that these labels breed more crime, as it's far easier to give into a label than to try and fight it. As put in Alexandra's 2017 article, it's upon the low social status of certain people and groups who are more likely to be stigmatized as deviants or criminals. And what is Tony, if not low social status and stigmatized? Tony doesn't want this life, but it's the life that's been chosen for him. It can also be said that Tony is just particularly vulnerable to committing crime. As Hershey's general theory of crime would say, Tony doesn't have a lot of self-control. The general theory of crime proposes that crime is a result of low self-control. It should be fairly evident that Tony struggles in this regard. He doesn't even want this life, and yet he can't seem to will himself away from it. In his personal life, Tony also often acts on impulse, quick to anger and quite possessive. These are even further signs of the aforementioned low self-control. Tony is many things, but no matter what you call him, he is a victim of capitalism. Yes, this has been a Marxism video the entire time. Tony is, in a sense, lashing out against the unjust system that kept him down his entire life, the system that kept his mother working unsteady jobs for his entire youth. The conflict theory of crime, stemming from the conflict theory of sociology, which then also stems from the writings of Karl Marx, proposes that crime is the result of a social conflict, a struggle against a system that pushes the criminal into the dirt. Tony has undoubtedly been a victim of capitalism. Capitalism took a consistent mother from him while his father was in prison. He never had support in his early years, and as he struggled through and dropped out of school, nobody ever watched out for him. I knew that Tony was a troubled fellow, but now that I've met him, I believe he has a chance. Tony won't be stuck in this life forever. He'll be out on parole soon. We've gotten him counseling, and we've found him work for when he's back in civilization. I believe in him, even if I don't believe in the system that got him here. Maybe, just maybe, he will believe in him too.